Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Thursday night StreamYard Spotlight. I am co-host Dana Bentz.
And I'm co-host Kelsey Bentz. Welcome to the show, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Another day, another show on the StreamYard channel. So let us know where you're tuning in from. I hope we're going to see a lot of people that we saw this morning at the live stream Success Summit.
Yes, we had our first ever StreamYard Summit and it went off without a hitch. So we're really proud and hopefully some of you got to tune in.
Yeah.
It was really exciting.
Yeah, very exciting for our first one. I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was super fun. So we have a very exciting portion of our event today. And those of you who tune into Gage and Dan's town hall meetings every Sunday, you'll be familiar with this. But we're doing a giveaway at the end of the stream. Stay tuned. But throughout the live stream, just type in #TheYard in the chat, and we will have a surprise for you at the end. But without further ado, we have a very special guest this evening. We have lots to learn. So they're starting out, the Team Taylor, they're starting out on their live streaming journey. And we're going to hear from them how they've set things up, how they set up their StreamYard, their, behind the scenes, their in-person studio. So we're super excited to hear their tips on live streaming. So without further ado, let's bring them on screen. Welcome to our show, Paul and Lesley.
Hello.
Dana, Kelsey.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited that you're here with us today. So for our audience members who don't know who you are, can you give us a little introduction?
Well, I'm Paul.
Hey, and I'm Lesley.
And we are Team Taylor.
Yes.
That's our launch for all of our videos, everything that we do. We're basically a husband and wife team who have decided to take advantage of everything that social media has to offer to reach people. Our purpose is to inform, educate, and inspire others so that they can live their lives with passion and pursue their purpose. And we found this great tool called StreamYard, and we have been using it ever since in order to accomplish that goal.
Wow, so fun.
That's awesome.
I love your on-screen energy with each other. I think is so fun.
It's
It
infectious.
is.
Yes,
it is.
it
I'm like,
is.
I want to be a part of
Real.
whatever show you're doing. I love it. So for our audience members, let us know if you have questions for Team Taylor, but of course we get to ask our own. So I want to know, so you said you found StreamYard, but how did it come about? Were you using something before then? What was the story getting you to StreamYard?
A good friend of mine has been hosting a show every morning. He hosts a show Monday through Friday, every weekday. And
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And so we were asking him, I asked him, man, what are you using? I've been watching your show. I've seen what you've been doing. And he told me it's this great program called StreamYard. And so I went online, did a little research, talked to my wife about it. And we sort of ran a test show with the free version. And everything was so smooth until we decided we had to go ahead and get an account and go full in.
So really, it was StreamYard that really encouraged us to launch Team Taylor live and use it, regularly. So, hey, kudos to StreamYard.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's fantastic.
What a fun shout out.
And I'm definitely interested. I know we talked about this a little bit before the show, but your equipment setup is so awesome. And I know a lot of our streamers have difficulty or challenges having two people in the same room with different mics. So can you explain a little bit about your setup and how you do it so seamlessly?
Listen, he's the electronics guy. I'm the producer. So I use the StreamYard. So I'm going to let him talk about all this equipment that we have in our home office.
Some years back, I used to produce music. Our cousin is a performing artist. And so I learned a lot about audio interfaces, microphones, how all these things connect to one another and work together. And so basically what you need to have is a really good audio interface that will work with your PC or your Mac. There are things like the Rodecaster Pro that's out there, all types of great tools and equipment that can be used, and just get yourself some really good microphones. some headphones, and just go for it. It was really sort of a learning journey for us because we had never done anything with live, and I wasn't sure that it would work.
Yeah.
So I went online and did my research, and I found out that there were people who were using microphones and things of that nature. So I just started using what I had and connecting it and testing it, and who knew it worked.
It worked.
And it really adds a layer of professionalism to your stream, because having good video and good audio really means a lot.
Oh, it's huge.
It's key.
So which audio interface do you use?
We're using the Rodecaster.
Nice.
We got that for our podcast. We have a podcast called Conversations with Paul and Lesley, and we picked that up for recording our podcast, and it just hit me one day, hey, why don't we try and use that with StreamYard? And what do you know?
It worked, y'all.
It worked. And I think I was watching one of the town halls, and I think I heard them mention the Rodecaster as well. So it's a really great tool.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Gage mentioned
Yeah,
that.
it's a great tool.
I think you're right, because a lot of people want to bring in like a cell phone call, like a voice call, and the Rodecaster does that so well. So I've heard.
Yeah,
and it can recognize multiple channels too, so you can have both your mics coming into the same.
That's
interface.
why.
That's cool.
That's
Got
awesome.
it. That's why they both work. That's why you both have mics into one mixer feeding straight into StreamYard.
That's
Now,
right.
are the headphones? Do you have two headphones in the mixer?
That's correct. It has jacks that will go with, it has 4 headphone jacks actually. So you can have separate headphones with separate levels and things of that nature. So just as you are able to control mic levels, you're able to control headphone levels as well. So what we hear, we're able to hear you guys through this as well. So we're able to control those levels in this machine as well.
Oh, that's great.
Cool.
I like that. So I want to know, how has StreamYard helped with your show in growing your audience or growing the brand of the show?
Well, it has helped us tremendously. As Paul said earlier, ladies, we started with just a regular cam on the computer itself with StreamYard, and that was it. And what happened was the ease of use allowed us to, decide to invest more. The Rodecaster Pro, SLR, DSLR camera, mics, things like that. But it has helped us tremendously, because if you would take a look at our first broadcast with StreamYard and you look at it now, it's changed so much, because it like he said, it shows that level of professionalism every time you try it out and you come up with something new, or StreamYard comes with some new feature that we can add to it and use Canva and use these different avenues. It just gets better every time we do a production.
And the StreamYard community is really awesome, because we learn so much from the community of StreamYard, people who are using it, and we watch what they do, and they give out tips and tricks. And so it really helps us to enhance what we've been doing, and we're still growing.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So inspiring.
It is. I'm wondering, so as you've been, developing your show, growing your expertise, what has been your favorite feature of the StreamYard platform?
Well, for me, it's the overlays, the video overlays.
Yes.
I've been playing in Canva, creating videos. In fact, we just did a new introduction that we're going to put out in our next Team Taylor live show. You ought to check it out. And it's an easy overlay to put in there, and it's just it's a game changer. So I would say the overlay feature, I would say probably just the banners, as well as the ticker and the countdown timer. I love it.
Yes. So
that was like every feature.
You design your stuff in Canva. Is that what you said? Canva.com?
Yeah, we use Canva.com.
Yes.
In fact, I just used it to create a new intro video.
Nice.
And it easily, transfers over as an overlay in StreamYard, and I'm ready to go.
Yes, I love Canva. Canva, you can do like static graphics, and you can also create videos in Canva and edit them. So it's a really awesome, well-rounded platform that's very easy to use.
Very easy to use, just like StreamYard.
Just like StreamYard. Yes, I totally agree.
Canva's so popular for still graphics. It's not as popular for, creating countdown timers, but you're saying you created a full intro video, not just a countdown video.
I created a full intro and a new countdown timer in Canva, because we've been using the StreamYard countdown and we love it. I just love the the glitter, whatever that is coming down, and the music.
It is really
amped up. It gets Team Taylor amped up before. So I know it's amping up our audience, but all of those great features, and I know Paul has some features that he loves about it as well.
My favorite feature is the ability to prepare, to go in before your broadcast and make sure that all of your overlays are in place, your banners are in place, your videos are in place. If you're going to share a page or anything like that, share a screen, you can prepare all of those things ahead of time, and it just makes the show run a lot more seamlessly. And here's the thing we hear. People say, wow, this show looks so professional. And really the key to that professionalism is all of the amazing features that StreamYard makes available to its users.
And I have one more feature that I like, y'all.
Yes, bring it on.
I love the green room, the invite feature. This is my very first time on the other end of StreamYard.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm not kidding you. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is so cool.
It's like the same, but way less controls, right?
Yes.
The same, but different.
Producer, and I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on?
Yeah, you're like trying to click buttons and there's no buttons to click.
Where are the comments? That is so funny.
That's fantastic.
I love that it's your first time being a guest. That's so fun. We're so honored to have you as a guest.
And go ahead, Dana.
I was just going to say we have a great question from our community. Okay. Stuart's asking, Stuart, thanks for tuning in. Do you select stereo for your audio in StreamYard, Team Taylor?
Basically, I just I use the basic setup. I don't change a lot. I do unclick. There's one, I can't remember the name of the feature exactly, but they say if you have an upgraded microphone and headphones that you can take that off. I do that.
The echo cancellation.
Yes, echo cancellation. Yeah. I really haven't chosen the stereo. I hadn't used that yet. I just pretty much go with what's there. That's the only thing that I change. And I like to be in control of my own volume. So I take off the volume control as well.
Nice.
Interesting. Good to know. Good question, Stuart. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, that was a good question. Paul, I just wanted to reference back what you were saying before about the ability to prep things beforehand. I think that's such an awesome part about StreamYard, because you're both able to set everything up before you go live, but also do things on the fly as well. So if you want to change something mid-broadcast, or you want to add something, you want to add a banner, you want to, even upload like a new overlay or something like on the fly, you can do that as well. But you can also enter the studio and set everything up so that when it's time to go live, everything is already there and it just all looks really seamless inside your broadcast.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. I'm the type of person that likes to prepare. I don't like to, I don't like to improvise so much. That's more Lesley. And so having that ability to prepare, it sort of gives me a sense of calm so that before we go on, I know everything's in place, and all I have to do is just deal with the show and deal with the guests that we're interviewing.
Yeah. And StreamYard will save everything in your studio if you don't go live in it, right? So you can leave it and come back to it exactly as you left it.
Absolutely. And I'm that on the fly girl, but I do still do a run sheet so that we are prepared, so that we know what we're going to click, when we're going to click it. Yeah. But then I have either we forgot something or either something was said that just hit me and I was able to on the fly just put it in, put an overlay, put something in and just go with it. So that's that's the ease of use and flexibility of StreamYard that we love so much.
Yeah. Flexibility and like versatility. Like it's so versatile. You can do so much to it. Like you said,
Absolutely.
you can make a custom, intro countdown timer, or you can just use the 30-second one that's built in. It's kind of up to you. It's where you want to take your show, however you want it to look.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. This is so fun. It's so fun hearing your experience of StreamYard with your background, in podcasting. I'm also curious, have you started using our new feature, the separate audio tracks? Do you do any editing after the live stream?
Not yet. We hadn't gotten into that yet, but we are continuing to explore all of the features, and that is definitely something that we will be using in the future, because we're trying to think about what can we do with these shows after we've been live. What types of venues and opportunities can we create now? Because with the ability to download the show, now we've got so many things we can do in terms of downloading the video itself and even the audio, and possibly using that audio in a podcast. So having that ability gives us the opportunity to edit it, add on maybe some music on the front and on the back, and put together something that's really polished for our podcast.
Yeah, I love that. Good question from the comments. What is a run sheet?
Oh, wow. That is a great question. So I usually do for Team Taylor Live, probably a week in advance, sometimes 2 days in advance, a quick run sheet. And that run sheet describes what layout I'm going to have, what layouts I'm going to use or overlays I'm going to use. Am I going to do an introductory video? When am I going to do that? Am I going to do a commercial in between our show? Where is that going to go? What am I going to click? And I kind of create my own little hotkey, even though we don't have those yet, but hopefully we'll get those. And I just say, okay, left, right, bottom, left, and all of that's on a run sheet for us, so that I know what's going to be first, second, all the way to the very end of our Team Taylor Live show. It's all prepared, all written down. And if I need to put anything, I have time because I've prepared in advance. I can look back over that run sheet and say, oh my gosh, I forgot to include, that I'm going to allow comments to go over the screen for our guests in Facebook and YouTube. So I add that and prepare that run sheet every time we have a Team Taylor Live.
Smart.
That is so helpful. It's like a production script, basically, right? Like it doesn't say what you're going to say, but it tells you what you're going to do.
Yes, in StreamYard. So helpful. Yes, and it's so helpful.
Cool. Yeah. NLTMW is with you. Team hotkeys.
Yeah, we get a lot of people asking for hotkeys. Hopefully that's integrated soon.
Well, it would make things, a lot easier, and the founders always implement things that just make StreamYard. It can only make it easier. It can't make it harder to use.
Exactly.
That's the goal.
Got to remember that ease of use, right?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Number one thing, definitely. Well, Paul and Lesley, it's been so fun getting to know you, getting to hear your story, having you as a guest on StreamYard. Thank you so much for your time today. So for our audience members who want to check out your show, where can they do that?
They can find us on Facebook at Team Taylor. They can find us on YouTube at the Team Taylor channel. They can hit us up on Twitter, or they can hit us up on Instagram at Team Taylor 5. Or they can just check us out on our website at bit.ly/Team Taylor 91.
Nice.
Awesome.
Easy peasy.
Awesome. You guys are everywhere. That's perfect.
I know. Yeah, everywhere.
That's the way to be.
And don't forget our podcast. We're on Spotify
and Apple Podcasts.
Google Podcasts. And Google Podcasts. And that's Conversations with Paul and Lesley.
Amazing. I can't wait to check that out.
Me too. I know, it's so fun. I can't wait. Thank you so much again for being on our show.
Thank you
for We appreciate it.
You bet. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that is so fun. So fun to hear from them.
Their setup is so good.
Yeah, I know.
So good.
Very impressed. They're like,
I need to get myself an audio mixer, honestly.
I know. I think it's time for us to up our setups.
Yeah.
To their level. I love that. Okay, so before we go, we have a very exciting announcement. So
Yes.
hashtag the yard. We've already got so many people typing this in the comments, but keep typing it. We'll do our drawing very soon. And Kelsey, do you want to know what we're drawing?
Yes, I would love to.
A little mini Puddles plush duck.
Oh my god.
Isn't that so cute? Okay.
What a photo of Puddles too, with that blurred background.
I know. It's kind of looks fancy.
That's glamour.
I want to win one.
Me too.
All right, everyone, ready for
15 entries? Okay, let's draw it.
We've got to do like some kind of drum roll or something. Okay, we're ready. Oh, it's so exciting. It keeps going. I like this. Ooh, IRC
Adventure Talks. You won the Puddles plush.
Woohoo. Okay.
So congratulations. To claim your prize, just email us at contact@streamyard.com and address the email to either Dana or me, Kelsey, and we'll get that sent out to you.
And we'll hook you up.
Yeah, we will.
This has concluded another super fun and exciting StreamYard Spotlight episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much to our guests for taking the time to let us spotlight the Team Taylor show.
Yes.
And on that note, we will leave you with a new feature announcement that we released this morning. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.